So we talked a little bit earlier about how Israel is shooting at UNIFIL, at UN Peacekeepers that are stationed in South Lebanon, and we talked about how, you know, nothing is being done. Of course, the UN is not going to do a thing, and you know, Joe Biden will, of course, say some words here and there, but what I wanted to focus on for a little bit is what's been happening in Lebanon itself. Okay, forget the peacekeepers for a second. Let's look at the civilian population, because Israel hasn't just been bombing, you know, like here and there. No, they've killed 2,000 people. They've killed 2,000 people in the last 2 weeks. It's over 2,000 people already. Okay, and it's funny because if you go and look at how the French have been covering this, and I bring up France because France well, France considers Lebanon to be the closest country to them in the region, or used to anyway. Used to, you know, maybe that's a little bit too De Gaulle, right? Or Jacques Chirac for today's generation of politicians. I speak like I'm 80 years old or something. No, but seriously, you should hear how they speak, because if even France is speaking like that about Lebanon, then you can gauge how badly it is in the rest of Europe. So if you go and you watch French media, it is really horrific. It's like, oh, there are no innocent civilians in Lebanon. They're all, you know, they all deserve to die, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's kind of like the same regurgitated propaganda. Like, everybody deserves to die. They are all, etc. You know, they're all terrorists, and on and on. And just today, okay, here's what Israel got up to. They went and bombed a Christian village up in the north. Not even in the south, which is the H word stronghold, right? They went all the way up in the north and bombed a Christian Maronite village. They killed at least 18 people. It was 18 people. Now it's 21, actually. It's 21 people that they killed. Here's what it looks like. I mean, just decimated, you know, just decimated. And here I'll scroll up. I'll scroll up here so you can see a little bit about this, okay? So 21 killed and 8 other people wounded in the attack in the Itu village. There's actually a million ways to spell and pronounce the name of this village in English and in Arabic, so I'm not even going to bother with this one, really. Just so some people put a rain in front of it, some people put a qaf. I guess, you know, they don't, no one really knows the original spelling of it. It's that old, yeah. Which kind of goes to show you how disgusting it is when they bomb these places, because, you know, they're destroying communities that are thousands of years old, so they can pretend that, you know, that they're originally from there. But okay, this is a Christian majority area, okay, and I've been trying to fetch a map for you guys, but just to give you an idea, I found one of this is from the BBC, okay, and this is not even from today. This is from October 7, 8, 9, somewhere around then. Okay, just look at how many times. Okay, look at how many times Israel bombed Lebanon in that one single day. Okay, so that's between October 6th and 7th, 2024. Yeah, just in a span of 24 hours. Okay, just look, all the red dots. That is one single day of Israeli strikes in Lebanon. One single day. You get the idea? So I mean, it's quite unbelievable, really, and it goes all the way to the other end of the country, literally all the way to the north of Lebanon, to the other end of the country. So, just to come back to today's story, okay, with Rittu. I showed you the videos, and you know, it's like they're just going up and down the country, bombing the crap out of it. I mean, if you look at here, this is in the south of Lebanon. They're blowing up a mosque, and I should say perhaps the right word is detonating, because they've rigged it up. It's a controlled demolition, and it looks exactly like what they're doing in Gaza, right? The building is completely safe. They've searched the building. They know it's safe, and then they go and they plant explosives in it, and they walk all the way to set up a camera and then film themselves blowing it up. Right, and I saw this is in Nabatiev. This is look, this is a tweet from one man. Said, Central Nabatiev ruins many childhood and family memories under this rubble. My father was laid to rest here. I'm lost for words. This is really barbaric. This is from October 12th. Okay, so that, again, that's in southern Lebanon. This is these are also in other towns across Lebanon. I mean, it's really kind of just to show you, just to give you an idea of what's been going on, right? Because yeah, I mean. Something that went under people's radar. Of course, they won't talk about this a lot in the media, but I think it's worth highlighting. Is this article they published in the Jerusalem Post, okay? And then they deleted it all of a sudden. I don't know why they just deleted it. Usually they'll kind of like play with the headline or something, but they really didn't want people seeing this one. And this was posted on September 25th. Okay? And what does it say? It says, is Lebanon part of Israel's promised territory? Well, I mean, you know, now that you mention it, why not? If you look at the photo, I know I'm playing around here because it's obviously an atlas that's been folded or a book, but maybe Myanmar and Laos are also part of Israel's promised territory. I mean, why not just take over the whole planet while you're at it, you know? Why not? Why not? You know, a little bit of Libya, you know, just keep going, keep stretching, you know? Make yourself at home. Please, literally, make yourself at home. There's a good clip from an Arte documentary. This is from Smotrich, right? The finance minister. Not that long ago. I think it just came out last week, right? He feels actually that they should go perhaps further than just Lebanon. You know, after all, Lebanon is very tiny. Okay, so you know, I think it's quite unfair of us to just offer Lebanon. You know, that's not fair, is it? Lebanon is very, very small. Listen to what Smotrich has to say.
אני רוצה מדינה יהודית.
שזה אומר מה?
מדינה יהודית. זה נורא נורא מורכב. זו מדינה שמתנהגת לפי עולם הערכים של העם היהודי.
הריבונות של ישראל מתחילה בים ונגמרת בנהר. בשלב הזה, או שבעצם אנחנו גם יוצאים את עבר הירדן, בשלב הבא?
בסדר, לאט לאט. כתוב בחז"ל שעתידה ישראל, עתידה ירושלים, להתרחב עד דמשק.
זאת אומרת, אנחנו...
רק ירושלים, עד דמשק.
Bezalel Smotrich a une vision maximaliste de la terre promise.
Oh, okay, wow. So hold on a second. Did I misunderstand? He's saying only Jerusalem?
בסדר, לאט לאט. כתוב בחז"ל שעתידה ישראל, עתידה ירושלים, להתרחב עד דמשק.
Jerusalem well, I mean, you'll just have to move to Jerusalem then, right? Then you can fit inside of that municipality. Problem solved. Yes?
זאת אומרת, אנחנו...
רק ירושלים, עד דמשק.
Bezalel Smotrich a une vision maximaliste de la terre promise. Elle inclut les territoires palestiniens, mais aussi des territoires en Jordanie, en Syrie, au Liban, en Irak, en Égypte ou encore en Arabie Saoudite. Une vision certes radicale, mais admise dans le débat public en Israël.
אני רוצה מדינה יהודית.
שזה אומר...
Well, I mean, I suppose that explains why you'd kind of want to bomb all over Lebanon, right? You want to remodel, so you just got to destroy what's been placed there, don't you? No, I mean, it's not a joke. Like these people like Smotrich, again, a very, very Semitic Middle Eastern name, they really do think like this. He's saying it to you, and he's being perfectly serious. He's being perfectly serious. You know, because the original thing is, okay, well, they want the settlers to go back. They want the 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, who knows what the real number is today, to go back to the north. Well, once again, there is no agreed upon border in the north. So who said that this is Israel's border at the north? I mean, the Lebanese don't feel that way. There is no clear border. There just isn't. Okay, number one. This is the first issue. So the second thing is that, let's say tomorrow morning, all of the 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, whatever the number is, Israeli settlers return to the north. Fine. What do you do with people like Smotrich? Again, this video that I'm showing you here, this just came out. This is new. This is not from 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And even if it were, this man is in government. He has power. This is a new video. This is a statement that he has made now in the last year. So even if all of these Israeli settlers return to the north, who said that they will stop at the north? He wants to go all the way to Damascus, according to him. Actually, much, much further than that. He wants to end up all the way in Saudi Arabia. Right? You see, when Israelis say from the river to the sea, they meant the other river and the other sea. I don't know if people understood that, right? This is, of course, the Greater Israel thing, but that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other topic, right? I'm just, we can talk about that another time. I mean, I already have, but I want to relate that back to what's happening in Lebanon, which is to kind of show you that, you know, they say, okay, it's for Israel's security at the border. Okay, well, I showed you UNIFIL. They're firing at UNIFIL. Not only are they firing at UNIFIL, Netanyahu's threatening Guterres, who has literally no mandate over UNIFIL. It's not his job, and it's not within his powers to tell UNIFIL what to do. Guterres does not. Again, he's the Secretary General. He's not, you know, he does not reside over the preside over the Security Council. But he's telling him, get the peacekeepers out of the way, or we'll just keep shooting at them. And then they're shooting at the tripartite meeting place, basically saying that Lebanese army, you're also the enemy. And they're bombing all the way at the other end of the country. Again, I'll show you this BBC map from October 6th and so it's a 24 hours between October 6th and 7th of this year, just a week old. Israel is at the bottom. They've gone all the way to the other end of the country. And today they've bombed a Christian village and killed 21 people. Okay? So is this really about what you're saying it is, about the settlers and about the H group? I mean, there are lots of question marks going on here. And when you have the massacre happening in Jabalia, in the Jabalia refugee camp, for example, just as one example, where they're trying to push everybody out, right? Where they've been going at this project of ethnically cleansing Gaza for a year now. Is it really just about that? When Smotrich, who's the finance minister, is openly saying, "Oh, we want to expand to Damascus." Again, just so you perhaps know, on the map, Damascus is indeed much farther than South Lebanon. Okay, not that much farther, but still it is. And again, I mean, forget Syria, man. Look, this is ending up on the other side of the goddamn peninsula, you know. So look, these questions need to be raised, because you are talking about something that is not interested in reason, okay? About a government, about a regime, whatever you want to call it. They're not interested in reason. They don't care about the UN. They don't care about anyone, about civilians, Muslims, Christians, whatever. They don't care. This is what they care about. This thing on the screen right here. That's what they care about. You understand? Again, it's not my words. This is the Israeli finance minister in his own words. And you should go and watch the documentary. We've got Ben Gvir in it, who's another nut job, and is the security minister, right? So another man with power in Israel. So these questions have to be asked. They have to be indeed examined, and they need to be answered. And when the Jerusalem Post is publishing something like this a week, 2 weeks before Israel declares an invasion of Lebanon, again, remember, this is not the first time. Yeah? The first was in 1978. And then they occupied it for 15 years afterwards. Anyway, the point is, why are they posting this article and then deleting it? Outright deleting it. It just is not there. It's gone entirely. I'm not saying they changed the URL and I can't find it. Believe me, it's gone. It's entirely gone. Very weird. Very shady. All of this happening at the same time, I don't think it's coincidence. And I think we'd best leave it at that, because again, I'll just ask the questions, and I think it's more than enough, really. It's more than enough. They're kind of, the evidence is kind of right there in front of us, isn't it?